Welcome back to Word on the Streets ATL. It's your boy DJ 94.
And I'm Kiki Carew.
And we just got done talking about real talk. We are now on the sports, man. We're talking about the playoffs. Finally, all playoff news. This will be another playoff show. Just talking about everything. Right. But we're going to go ahead and get the obvious out the way. We'll get one football topic out the way, too. We're going to start with the Lakers and what's going on with LeBron James. What's going on with Magic Johnson, Rob Pelinka, Gina Buss, and all the power struggle, the cluster dumpster they got going on in LA right now. Because it's not a good look, y'all. It's not. So, look, if y'all don't know Magic Johnson, I'm pretty sure y'all do. Because Magic Johnson had this emotional press conference, and he was just like, I don't want to hurt Jeannie. And, you know, I did my best. And I just feel like there's a lot of talking behind my back. A lot of talking behind my back that's going on. And I don't want.
He probably was about to get booted, and he booted himself. He booted himself to save himself the embarrassment.
So he, you know, this is probably like the most like dramaful press conference he's had since the HIV thing when he came forth and that. Yeah. So it's just a lot to me, in my opinion. I'm just sitting here like, dude, what's really going on? Like, I know a lot of people are like, oh, LeBron had his hand in it. Mm-hmm. I'm just sitting here like, I think LeBron had a hand in it, but I don't think LeBron had as much of a hand in it as we think compared to what Jeannie Buss, Rob Pelinka, and Magic were going through during the season. Because if you remember, we talked about this before. They wanted to fire Luke Walton, who's now the coach of the Kings now.
No, is that final? I heard.
Yeah, he's final. He's no longer with the Lakers, so he resigned from.
Well, at least he gets to stay in California, in the area.
It worked out for him. So, but that was the main thing, and you had like three different voices. Like Rob wanted to do this, Jeannie wanted to do that, and Magic wanted to. So when you run an organization like that, of course you're gonna have a toxic environment in your front office because you don't have everybody on the same page. So Magic wanted to get rid of Luke. Jeannie won't fill in it, and I'm pretty sure Rob. You never know with Rob. You know, he seems like a yes guy to me. So I don't know what that is, man. But I'm gonna tell you from where I see and where it stands, just as a fan, just looking in. It looks to me like because Jeannie really likes Kobe and stuff like that. Yeah. It just seems that whole Rob look and the fact that nobody really trusts Rob Pelinka on his own. That's why Magic was doing most of the talking on the phones compared to Rob. Now he's your GM. You have not hired no president yet. You're trying to go get a coach. And I'm just like, you're doing this ass backwards. It's like you go get your president.
Out of order.
And then, you know, for a coach or for a player you're trying to pursue in the offseason, it's like, oh, well, at least they got a president, somebody that I can trust and know that the front office is good. Now you got an environment where you're trying to get a coach, but you got no president, and you're approaching the offseason where you got draft picks and potential free agents. They're going to look at that like, what the hell are the Lakers doing?
Y'all backyard not clean.
So I don't know what's going on there. That's just my opinion, my 2 cents. What you got on that?
I mean, Magic is probably on his way, and like I said, I was saying this before we started rolling. I feel like due to the situation with the AD and them getting fined, we don't everyone's hands in that pot. LeBron's agent, and maybe Magic or Rob. I don't know who else was involved, but I think when that bag was fumbled. Significantly that just brought a lot of bad attention to the Lakers, and then also
obviously they can handle.
Yeah, and then also they lost the potential top free agent that.
You know what though? Just a small thing. I wouldn't be so because you know David Griffin just got hired as the president for the New Orleans Pelicans because their old president got fired. Mm-hmm.
You think he gonna stay?
I think no. You know, remember David Griffin was with the Cavaliers back in the day. So my thing is like I just feel like there's something cooked up there. I feel like the Lakers may still land 80 because of that history with David Griffin. But David Griffin will be like, if I give y'all this, Kuz, come on, Ingram, come on.
They're gonna take
they have to give up that whole young core. That's the only way I see that.
Honestly, AD is not worth it.
Yeah, and then the Lakers have a possibility to get a top 3 draft pick. So if that does happen, Dave gonna want all that. I know how David Griffin works. Like he's a dude that gets drafts. That's why LeBron liked him. You know, but we'll see with that. That's just my follow of the situation. I think they're doing it ass backwards. Kiki said that like she thinks that a lot of it had to do around the AD situation. It does.
I think that ignited it for sure. Like that ignited it for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, but we'll see. I think in my personal opinion, Jerry West needs to come back, but I don't know. I think he likes what he's doing with the Clippers, so we're gonna see what happens there.
And Clippers are doing straight in the playoffs too.
Oh yeah, it's a good look. The fact, they don't have a gentleman's sweep, and we'll get to that. Down the line.
They're 2-1 right now.
It's 2-1, but they're in better shape for the long term than what the Lakers are right now, because obviously LeBron getting older. He only gonna be there for 3 seasons more, and who's to say he gonna go back to Cleveland and retire there? So I don't know.
Yeah, true.
We'll see. But we gotta talk about this AB versus Juju situation, man. So this is probably old news, but I just want to give y'all our thoughts on it, man. So for me, I'm a Steelers fan, man. I was really upset because I didn't have no ill feelings towards AB. I think I've been on the show saying like, AB, get your money. Right. I think I've been on that.
Where did he go again? Jets or the?
He's with Oakland.
Oh, I've been getting AB and Bell mixed up.
Bell, Le'Veon went to the Jets. I've been looking at stuff on that, and people have some interesting stuff to say about that. For me personally, like, I think all this is just like smoke and mirrors, because like when season starts, nobody gonna be really talking. It's gonna be like AB knows he got a job to do. Right. I think Gruden gonna be harder on him, like to ease off on the Steelers and be with the Raiders and stuff like that. But it's just childish, man. Like from my point of view, like Juju looked up to you. The fact that you leaked his DM. No,
yeah, who did that? Yeah, who did that?
AB did it. He said you see, like try to say like you see like this loyalty, like he's not loyal, blah blah blah, because Juju took up for Roethlisberger, which he has to because it's his teammate. He said, look, it's we're in this together now, blah blah, and then AB said you just saying that because you haven't got your money yet, blah, and for me. It just makes AB look that much worse. Because I'm sitting here like, even if Ben was doing all this stuff,
it's like on Juju.
He's been quiet about it, right? So now we're looking at Ben like, well, maybe AB was a problem. Like if he was doing all this yapping, like maybe he really was a problem in the locker room. I don't want that for AB.
He's doing that little locker room boy, gossip girl type shit.
He that ex that won't leave you alone. Like he that bitter ex in this situation.
But I don't know why he bitter, because apparently this is what he wanted. So
this is what he wanted. He got his money. He got the location he wanted. He got everything from this. He won. He won the trade. Like Steelers.
Or maybe deep down he didn't want to leave the Steelers.
Maybe that, but it's just like, and I think Skip Bayless about this stuff. He said, AB left the Steelers, but he left his heart with the Steelers, because it's one of those situations now, and it's interesting. He's gonna find out. He's gonna find out the hard way that like Derek Carr is not Ben Roethlisberger. I like Derek Carr, but will he be able to give him that 150 catches? Let's see this season.
Of course, you don't sleep on Derek Carr.
I'm not, but here's the thing though.
Derek Carr can move out of the pocket.
He can
Ben
move,
Roethlisberger will
he can move out of the,
pocket.
move out of the pocket, but they don't. Oakland does not have an offensive line shirt up. They're trying to work it out, but they don't have it. Hence why your boy Carr kind of took a regression back this year. Yeah. It's not to sleep on him. I think he'll do well, but I'm sitting here like, in those, it only takes a couple losses. When we've seen this already, for coolers to go flying, for subliminal messages to be sent by AB. And I don't want that rep for this dude. I don't want AB to do well, but it's like every time he opens his mouth, like this is the type of thing. And then to go after Juju, somebody who's been
a fan.
He's a fan. He has his own YouTube channel. He's had it since his rookie. Yeah, check it out. He's a really dope dude. Like he does a lot of stuff for his community. He gives back. He's always spoke very highly of AB. Even when he left, he said, well, you know what? It's business. I still look up to AB. I still keep in contact. And then you do this. It's like, yo, like that's not a good look for you.
I don't even see what the point of that message was when he leaked it, because like it was, what was it? Juju asking for advice.
It was when he was at USC. Yeah, before he went to. He's like, hey, I'm a big fan. I'm looking up to him. I'm like, yo, what's up?
I mean, you're showing how dumb. Like he looks dumber. Like it doesn't look bad on Juju messaging you about like potentially you mentoring him. Yeah. Like I didn't get it. Like I didn't get that
at all, man.
It wasn't like Juju was cussing you out in the DM or some shit. Like I didn't get that.
It's not a good look. And a lot of people, he's received a lot of backlash from players. They're just like, I hate this guy. Like you got people within his AB's division now that are like, when I see him, I'm we're gonna tear into him because that was just uncalled for. Like that's a dude that was literally loyal and down for you, and you out here
and then he wants to talk about loyalty.
Yeah, that's not it, man. That's not it.
Obviously,
man.
he's a hypocrite. So.
And then y'all didn't know, Big Ben recently came out because they're having off-season workouts and stuff. He said he wants to take a team approach this year, man. We're gonna see how that works. The schedule that came out looks like the Steelers can do well this year. They have an easy schedule. Don't quote me on that.
Yeah,
but they should.
They're in their rebuilding phase, though.
They are in the rebuilding phase, but I we'll see what happens, man, with the Steelers. I don't know yet. We'll see. I just want everybody to do good out of this situation. I want AB to do well. I want the Steelers to do well, just as a fan. But I just think all this is uncalled for on all sides, and obviously you got one side that's just approaching it the right way. Big Ben hasn't said nothing, and Juju has kind of taken the higher road from. He's like, look, I ain't gonna participate in no back and forth. It is what it is. If that's where you stand, cool. Now I know what's up. So that's what it is. But moving into the playoffs, probably our last topic before this segment. We'll come back with some more, man. We'll talk a little bit about the playoffs. Philadelphia and the Nets played last night. Let me tell you this, man. The Nets kind of came out swinging a little bit, man. I didn't expect that from the Nets. I know the Nets have been pretty good this season. Yeah. I think they have a promising, future with LeVert and Dinwiddie, and Russell. They've been playing ball, and you got Joe Harris, and they have a couple of centers. The center with the afro, I forget his name, but those guys are promising, man. And they gave the Philadelphia 76ers problems in the first round. Then they got blown out yesterday, but they came out flat. They came out flat, but I think, man, I see this series going 7. I really do.
Really?
I see it.
I think we can base it on the third game.
The only reason why I see it is because of Joel Embiid's health. He's out because he has tendonitis, and if
he's always getting hurt.
He's a big man,
falling down.
He's a big man. 7-foot guys don't do
that
well.
That is true. They're literally like timber.
So that's why they're getting paid earlier than anybody else, because as they get older, they're just in and out of the lineup. Yeah. I mean, look at Shaq. Look at the other 7-footers in the history. They just had issues with injuries and their weight. It's easier for bigger guys of that stature to gain weight. They said during his injury, he gained 15 pounds. So he's technically out of basketball shape right now. And this is the wrong time to be, because this is the playoffs. This is when people are at their most physical peak. Everybody's, every possession matters. So you really need to be in the best shape possible. But from the reports, they say it hurts him to jump and to take. I'm not saying that's not a good look for the Philadelphia.
So who's taking his spot right now?
As of right now, Greg Monroe and the other big 7-footer they got from the Clippers. They're in rotation, but Ben Simmons needed to step up yesterday, and I'm objective. Like, shout out to him. He dropped their 31 after he had that horrible game 1, and he balled yesterday.
Did you see that meme they posted on
a jump shot?
Yeah, that shit was funny.
Yeah, it was very funny, but it's rightfully deserved, because here's my thing. Like, when his rookie deal's up, he's gonna be asking for his money,
and then they're gonna be like, okay, in the playoffs you didn't show the fuck up, and that's the most time you need to show up.
And not only just that, but you don't have a jump shot, dude. You in year 3. Like, it's not even like you're attempting. Like, I think the coaches and developments have said, like, we don't even mind if you miss them, but you don't get better if you're not trying to shoot.
It is not hard for him to get with a shooting coach and get on that damn gun and shoot while you're tired. Like, it's not hard.
Honestly, that's going to be the downfall of the 76ers, because I have them getting to the second round. I think they're going to get eliminated by Toronto. That's just me. I don't think they have, especially if Joel Embiid, his tendonitis doesn't get any better. They're in trouble.
If it does, he can be out of shape, not being able to stay on that court.
They can't make adjustments for that. And then Ben Simmons he's gonna get locked up, and to the point where he's gonna have to shoot them shots and make them. And I don't think he can do it. I think Jimmy Butler's gonna ball. I think Tobias Harris will do well. I think that you know what you're getting from your other guys, but if your main
players,
if your main star cannot shoot in today's league, then you're not gonna get very far. So I have Brooklyn answering the call next game, because I don't know what Joel Embiid's doing. I don't think Ben Simmons is going to put up 31 points again. I think he'll have a good game. I don't think that their role players, this is Tobias Harris. Well, he's not really a role player, but their star, Tobias Harris, and then obviously their other guys will have the game from beyond the arc they did. Now, if you're telling me they're going to shoot well over 50% like this again, it's very rare. Right. So I think now that, the Brooklyn Nets know what's up, and they got hit in the mouth on the road, and they say that, the playoffs don't begin until you win on the opposition's court.
Right.
So they both have traded wins on each other's court. So we're going to see what happens. I think Brooklyn's going to answer. It's going to be tied 2-2 heading into game 5 there.
Okay.
Yeah, this is my prediction.
Wow.
But because we slowly run out of time on this segment. When we come back, man, we're gonna cover the other playoff games that are going on and our predictions there. Word in the streets, ATL.